Is there any plan to rework the game's quest system? Coffee giveaway. I want to announce the mentors. Today we have him here to answer a few questions. Hi guys, and welcome to another Panic Point Report. I know, I'm sorry we missed a month. Things got crazy when, once again, we have a visitor. Anyways, things got crazy when Lenny crashed the party last month, so I kind of got all out of sorts and I missed a month. I'm so sorry. But here we are now. So, before we get into it,
Hello, Phobies Rankers! Welcome to our coffee giveaway. Are you feeling lucky today? Well, without further ado, let's spin the wheel. And congratulations to our winner! Please send a DM to our Raffle Masters in Discord to receive your reward. And thank you to everyone who joined. Stay tuned for the next Panic Point Report for another giveaway. Bye-bye!
so guys, if you think they haven't received their coffee, make sure to tag them and let them know to reach out to Andrew. Alright, anyway, so last month we had a lot going on. Of course we had the new update, but we had the freaking tournament and the tournament is over and officially have a winner. Can I give a big round of applause to Nuclear Death Ray? Woo! Big congratulations. I hope you guys all had a lot of fun in our first Phobies tournament. We are planning to do this again, probably early in the new year, but for the rest of the year, we're going to enjoy what's coming. Anyways, let's take a look at Nuclear Death Ray's winning game. Thank you, RT Chop, for putting this together.
It is the culmination of a multi-month event going on, hosted officially by the Phobies team. We're zoning into last rites, and we have our finals of the first official Phobies tournament coming right at you. In the blue corner, leading the game off, Nuclear Death. Leading off with that Gravedigger, a common sight on a ton of different maps, but swinging back in the orange corner, Boy Bros Mach 8. Both of these players have battled through an enormous amount of fierce competition. First blood is drawn by our blue player. Somewhat of a jump scare, allowing the Inoculus to reposition, snipe the tickles, reclaim a panic point, and all of a sudden we're at parity. Akira! The prep is happening. We get the cupcake onto the Hematic Ginsting, repositioning itself actually right next to their opponent's heart. But there's no reason for that Akira to go in if it's not going to do this. Oh no. The damage just isn't there from Blastomatic anymore. Oopsie Baby really carrying the weight with that debuff. There's just no offense for our orange player. And the surrender comes in. Wow. What an incredible finish to an incredible event.
All right. Hello, everybody. I just want to say a big congratulations to our friend Nuclear Death. He is the winner of the first ever Phobies official tournament. So everybody give him a round of applause. Woo! And today we have him here to answer a few questions.
Hey Sandy, yeah, happy to answer anything.
Okay, there's only a few and I'm not going to dive in too much, but you know, I think you obviously are pretty skilled at Phobies because you obviously be like, I think we had like 100 something participants, so you know, out of 100, that's pretty impressive. So I'm sure people are interested to know, you know, your game plan, how you won, and tactics and all that good stuff. So what was going through your mind during the final match?
Yeah, look, anytime I know a match is gonna be like watched, it's definitely a lot more stressful. So I put a lot of time making sure each move was not like a big blunder, to try and like check things to make sure it wasn't like it worked.
Right.
And every time I missed something, like my opponent had a couple moves where I just didn't see what he was gonna do. That comes as a shock. That doesn't feel good.
Right.
So it's definitely anxiety provoking.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
But
luckily it was async,
it's also,
right?
yeah. It's async, so like you get a lot of time to go through. But it's also a lot of fun to know that there's like some more stakes to the match. I played a controlled play style that I really like to play, and I felt like partway through the game I had a pretty big advantage, so that felt pretty good too.
Yeah.
So it was more just like double checking to make sure, like when I eventually went for a dive, that it worked.
Right.
And so when I found something that I thought did work, that felt quite good.
Right.
Um,
How many
yeah, so
times
I mean,
did
that's
you like undo or like go back like reset
a
a
lot.
move? A lot.
I had one moment because I was playing Akira, which is like the most like tinkering phobia you can play, where you like
Right.
put it here, and then where does everything go, and then can I dive, and then or can I put it here, where does everything go, and kind of. So I had, especially for one of the moves, I was looking for many many hours,
Okay.
and yeah, but this is like the kind of thing I like to do with async, and I like the fact that you can just keep looking. If something doesn't
Right.
work, you can just keep
Keep
going.
going. Right.
Yeah.
Are you overall? Are you an async player or are you an arena player? Like, which one do you prefer?
Almost all async.
Async, same.
I think I have like 3 or 4 times the number of async games that I do arena. I could be wrong about that.
Right. Same.
Um, yeah, and I'm a lot better at async than arena as well.
Yeah. I like to take my time, like you said, think it through, like
Yeah,
play on
yeah.
my own schedule. Okay, so this is kind of backpacking off of that last question, but if you could sum up your playstyle in 3 words, what would those 3 words be?
Yeah, I think that would be like aggressive space control.
I
So
like that. Okay.
I'm not an aggressive player. Like
Right.
I very much play for control of the map, but I also try to be as forward as possible in that control. So
Okay.
if I can bring one of my phobies further forward where it might die, but if it does die, then I have a counter, like I can trade back very
Right.
positively. I do that. So it's like very forward positioning. It's somewhat risky, which is why it takes so long to think through my turns,
Right.
because if I miscalculate something, all of a sudden my entire position collapses.
Right.
Um, so yeah, I would say aggressive space control.
Okay, that you know what? That's I feel like that's really thought out, and that's a good answer. I feel like, especially after watching a few of your matches, just from the tournament and stuff. So
Hmm.
very cool. All right, this question's probably a little easier, or maybe harder. It's not about the tournament, but what is your favorite phobie and why?
I'm sure this will come as no surprise to a bunch of the people in the Discord, but it's definitely Billy. Um, I really like I just really like action economy, and Billy
Okay.
has 3 actions. It's the same thing. I really like Radiator for the same reason. Like
Right.
every other turn, it gets like another attack essentially.
Right.
And so I've had a lot of fun building out like how do I run Billy to be the most effective I can. And I actually think the nerfs that the dev team made were really important and positive to make it like
Oh,
not completely
good.
broken.
Nice.
And I think it's in a pretty good state right now where it's playable, but can be pretty hard to play as well. So Billy's a lot of fun for me.
I was about to say when you said Billy, I was like, that could maybe be a little controversial, but
Yeah,
it's nice to hear that you enjoyed those changes, especially from a Billy player, because sometimes
yeah,
when you nerf your favorite unit, then it is kind of
yeah.
terrible.
Well, I mean, like as a self-identified Billy spammer, I recognize how annoying it can be to play against.
Right,
And I don't want that for people either. So I think there is
a happy
counterplay.
medium. Right,
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Okay, so we're going back to your time in the tournament. At any point, was there a situation where you thought you might lose?
Yeah, so I mean, I played a lot of like I think I played 6 Sum of All Fears 3 players throughout the tournament. So I had like a lot of again anxiety provoking matches. Even my first match against Lord Shinra X.
Right.
It's a bummer we had to play in the first round because I think they could have made a very deep run as well.
Right.
But I think definitely the most worrying point I had was against Potenzia 2, which is he goes by John Sentinel or Keen in the Discord.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That was the quarterfinal. He really, really put me under pressure.
Oh,
He plays this like hyper aggressive style. I was making a couple of like literally there's very small mispositions. Like I would
right.
put a phobia at one square and I really should have put it one back. Like
Right.
these tiny things, and he would just punish it like every turn. And I was playing Billy again, and there is a counterplay to it, and you can see in that
Right.
game. Um, and eventually, like, toward the end of the game, I definitely had a worse position. And I was like, okay, there's a pretty good chance I lose this game. Fortunately for me, he
Wow.
blundered the next turn. Um,
It all
but
came down to a mistake. Crazy.
yeah, yeah, one mistake toward the end.
Wow. Well, my next question was how you turn it around, but I guess, and that level is just all about the mistakes or the lack thereof.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I come from chess,
Okay.
and one of the things that's like commonly said in chess is that the person who loses is the one who makes the last mistake.
Right.
Um, so it can be important when you're down to just hang in the game, keep the game going. It's
Right.
okay. You can be down keys, you can be down space, but it's still like Phobies is really complex and
Right.
super strategically deep. So like there's always room for a comeback.
You're
Um,
saying to just not immediately forfeit?
Absolutely, yeah, yeah. The
Yeah.
number of times like I will be in a losing end game and just keep playing, and then something will happen, and all of a sudden you can turn it around. Like it happens.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I am a forfeiter, especially like if I play like League of Legends or something. I'm like, oh, FF. We lost.
Yeah, yeah,
Let's just give up. Um,
yeah.
but so I do have some exciting news. We're gonna obviously do this tournament again. So, if you were to give any advice to new players or people wanting to join, what would your advice be other than not forfeiting immediately?
I think it comes down to double checking, triple checking, quadruple checking your turn. Make sure that like a phobie can't die. Make sure
Right.
that it's called blunder checking. So
Right.
it's like go through what your opponent can do. It is async. You have time. You
Right.
can you can even like take a screenshot and draw on the screenshot. So like the more time you take, the more likely you are not to
To
make a
make a
huge
mistake.
mistake.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think like a lot of the players who I thought would make it very deep um, played pretty fast.
Right.
And I think for that reason they lost the games. Um,
Interesting. That is an interesting take. Hmm. Okay. Well, in this next tournament, do you plan to defend your title?
yeah, I'll be there. Wherever there's a competitive scene, I will
You're gonna be
definitely put
there.
my name in there.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining and answering my questions. Before I let you go, I do have one surprise, and that is we will be sending you a official Phobies trophy.
Whoa!
Yes, we have it 3D modeled, and I was actually going to share the 3D model, but it seems to not be loading on my computer, so um, you'll just have to wait and see it in the mail. But yes, we're going to get that made for you and send it over as the first Phobies winner.
Awesome.
So yeah.
That's so nice. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, we're really excited about it. I designed it and it looks pretty awesome. So
Yeah, that's really cool. Would I be able to do one brief shout out?
of course.
I have started a YouTube channel. I only have one video right now. These are
Okay.
like super deep, in-depth like analyses of some games. So I've only done the quarterfinal I talked about against Potentia 2. I plan on doing another and releasing it. I don't know when this is going to be. You guys are going to see this, but releasing it sometime in this time
Right.
for the final as well. So if people are interested in like a overly in-depth analysis,
I'm sure some people are.
that'll be there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I will, even if you send me the link, I will link it in the description of this video that's going to go live. So everybody make sure to check it out. And yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you
All
again
right.
so much for being here. And congratulations on winning.
Thank you.
I'm excited to see the trophy in your hands.
Yeah, thank you. And thanks so much for the trophy. Thanks so much for designing all this. I know you guys put in a lot of work into this tournament, so I really appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, thank you for that. Sometimes it is,
Yeah.
we don't Yeah. Anyways, cheers. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and yeah,
You too. Bye bye.
bye. Yeah, thank you so much, Nuclear Death Ray, for taking the time to talk to me. Really, congratulations on winning your tournament. And yeah, best of luck to you in the next one. All right, with that, I think it's time for another coffee giveaway.
Hello, Phobies Rankers! Welcome to our coffee giveaway. Are you feeling lucky today? Well, without further ado, let's spin the wheel. And congratulations to our winner! Please send a DM to our Raffle Masters in Discord to receive your reward. And thank you to everyone who joined. Stay tuned for the next Panic Point report for another giveaway. Bye-bye!
Okay, hey guys, it's a new day, that's why I'm wearing something new. I am not even kidding when I tell you I have filmed and edited this last section of the video 3 times, and I'm doing it again because I just feel like I can give you guys more. And so here we are again. That's also why it kind of took so long to put this video out. I'm sorry, I'm doing my best, please bear with me. But first things first, can I get a drum roll? Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I want to announce the mentors. I know it's been very long-winded and awaited, but here we are. We're announcing the mentors. There's 3 new ones. That's 6. There's 3 new ones. And yeah, our first new mentor will be Playstone. Woo! Congratulations, Playstone. We will be sending you your NDA and add the roles very soon. Next up, we've heard his name a lot, especially in this video. It is our one, the only Nuclear Death. I don't know, he told me I could call him Nuclear Death when we did the interview, so Nuclear Death. Congratulations to you as well. And then lastly, we have Wozard as our last new mentor. So, alright guys, so make sure you give them a big congratulations in the chat and in the comments. And yeah, like I said, I'll be sending the NDAs very soon. Alright guys, so next, this is going to be a new section, and we might not do it every video, but we're going to start doing it. And what we're going to do is basically we are revamping the suggestions channel on Discord. And if it's not perfect by the time this video goes live, again, bear with us. We are working on it. But basically what I'm going to do every couple of videos, I'm going to go through and I'm going to pick some suggestions, and I'm going to sit down with the team. I'm going to talk to them, and then I'm going to come up with an answer, and I'm going to tell you the answer. Long story short. So the answers that, or the questions that I'm about to show you, I just gathered through normal suggestions or normal chat on Discord. And we did have a whole hour-long meeting with the whole team, and I'm about to tell you basically what they are. All right, so the first question, basically, it is about maps. So, will the team rework some of the game's older map structures to increase engagement? You know, some of the maps I hear you guys seem boring, or they create standoffs, or there's just some issues. We get it. But we do gather that feedback, and we do take into account. So, of course, like always, we take them out of rotation if there's an overwhelming amount of dislike towards it. But long story short, yes, we actively monitor all data and community feedback actively all the time. So we do regularly adjust, remove, and rebalance maps that lead to less engaging gameplay. But keep in mind, every player is different, and every player likes different things. Like if you watched one of the last Panic reports, Andrew said that he loved one map, and that's one of my least favorites. So we try to keep that in mind, though when there is an overwhelming amount of dislike, we understand, and we will remove it. But with that being said, we do also rework maps, and I'm just going to say there might be a rework of a map in this upcoming update. So get excited. All right, next question. Is there any plan to rework the game's quest system? Quests are currently impossible to do on a daily basis in async. So first thing I want to say is not all quests are actually designed to be completed in a day. Sometimes it might take a couple of days. Sometimes they are only taking a day. That is just how the game was made. That is how I play in a lot of other games. I honestly play a very cozy game, and sometimes those quests take literally months. So it's just kind of the nature of the game, But again, we do monitor this data very often, and if we find one that is very unliked or very hard or, something of the sort, then we do remove it. If you have any ideas for any quests, comment below and maybe we'll add them. Hey guys, just popping in really quick while I'm editing. I just wanted to add something else about the quest. So yeah, basically quests were designed to also kind of be an opportunity for players to test and try phobies that they don't usually play with. So sometimes that's why you might get a quest that, seems kind of hard because it's with a phobia you don't usually play, and that is intentional. That is, what we kind of wanted to put. Though we do hear you, and we are looking, I don't know when this is going to happen, but we are looking into the possibility of adding a more daily style quest reward system. So we hear you, we understand that, you want something a little different, and we're taking that into account and we're looking into it. So please, again, another common theme, bear with us, we are trying our best. But in the meantime, if you do want something, some more rewards, there's always the referral friend quest, so really push at those. And yeah, okay, gonna go back to editing now. Bye. All right, last question. When can the community expect another balance patch? The answer is in a couple of months. I don't have an exact date, but we did just have a small one with the October update, and we are reviewing all that data. Reviewing data is a common denominator, if you can tell. But we also had a lot of release of new phobies, and so we are it takes time to gather all of that to make sure there's not any outliers or something that, is just false. So one is coming soon-ish. That's all I can say. There will not be one before the end of 2025. That would be too soon. Also, this next update is a small update, and we wanted to make sure we get it out. And balance changes take a long time. We bring in some community people, to give their feedback and to test and everything like that. And that takes weeks and meetings and hours of play. And so we just didn't feel like we had the time to do it correctly. We didn't want to rush a balance update. So that's why we're not getting one before 2025, but one will be coming soon-ish. So yeah, I hope you guys liked some of those questions, some of those answers. If you have any more, comment below, and yeah. But yeah, with that, I'm gonna leave you guys to it. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving, and I'll see you guys next time. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and play Phobies. Bye, guys.